Let's pick up on the markets now and the focus on the Reserve Bank's interest rate decision. This afternoon, Makwe Masilela, Chief Investment Officer and founder at Makwe Fund Managers, joining us now for analysis of the global markets and expectations locally. Mr. Masilela, thanks for your time. Let's begin with your quick overview of the JSE and how it's faring in early trade, particularly ahead of this important rates announcement.
Morning, the market opened up, remembering that today is going to be a relatively quiet day because it's a holiday in the US. But yes, we continue to digest the main is that we've got from the US Fed overnight, and so far managed to open up marginally. And I think the question will be the focus then on understanding those kind of minutes, and basically all they're saying that the guys are prepared to slow down the interest rate hikes, not stop but slowing down.
Inflation coming in higher than expected yesterday. Does this mean that this is going to be a definite rate hike today, or could there be other factors at play?
It's a definite hike. The question here is by how much, and given that inflation is getting out of control as we've seen yesterday, but also now if the guys have to look into the Fed's minute, which are saying to us that, listen, we need to slow down. So whether the guys will consider that, and instead of them giving us a 75 basis points, probably they give us a 50. So the question here, remember, these guys, when they make these decisions, they're looking into inflation expectations. And we've seen the main culprit so far has been oil prices, and so far they've been coming down. So if they have to consider that as well, and at least the rand has been strengthening a little bit, probably the guys might not have to be that aggressive when they make the announcement later this afternoon.
Your predictions are hovering at around 25 to 50 basis points. Where do you stand on those who say 100 basis points?
Mine are between 50 and 75. And more into 75, because they remember the US itself is a global trendsetter when it comes to interest rates, and they're only having their meeting in December, and most probably they will give us a 50, and maybe now our central bank, when it meets in January, then that's when maybe they will probably do a 50 as well, following what the US have done in December.
Company news. Mr. Price Group Limited, the interim group results of the 26 weeks, which ended on the 1st of October 2022, including there a cash dividend declaration. How are their performances, or how is their performance looking?
Doing very well. Remember, the revenue was impacted by load shedding. Apparently, they lost almost 56% of their trading days, and also because of the inconsistent and non-payment when it comes to social grants. And we've seen that also affecting the likes of PEPCO. That to us is an indication how important these grants are into the real economy. But the guys managed to open up 78 new stores. They managed to increase their retail sales by 6%, revenue up by 6.5%, profit as headline earnings per share and their dividend per share up 10.6%. These guys are making almost 84.9% of their sales. That's cash, which is a good thing, especially in the environment where interest rates are going up. And also we see that the clothing continues to be the main contributor, as it contributes almost 73% of the retail sales, followed by homeware, and there was a 1.6% decrease when it comes to the homeware.
Let's conclude with Tsogo Sun Gaming also publishing its interim financial results. How are their numbers looking?
Very good numbers. Remember, these guys are the ones that have been suffering, especially during COVID, because of the lockdowns, because of all those restrictions. So they're coming from a very low base. And also bearing in mind that as much as consumers can be under some financial stress, these guys are selling hope to people that will be able to win something out of this. And we've seen that their income is up 43%, with operating cost up 38%. And if we look at the overall financial performance in the form of EBITDA, it's up almost 52%, and their profits as headline earnings per share up a nice 88%, with dividend per share up a whopping 100%.
Chief Investment Officer at Makwe Fund Managers, Makwe Masilela. Thank you, sir, for that markets update.